Well then, back in time and slept into good health, and we are still kinda early. Oh, we actually... okay, we're sleeping with the dude. Well, that's a bit unexpected. I was halfway thinking or hoping that I'm maybe gonna be sleeping alone. Or a worst case scenario with the girl, but... okay, that's a bit disconcerting. Considering that this guy is all kinds of shady, and I just refuse to help him. So... I'm not feeling exactly safe right now. Well, okay. Okay. So there's a dude lying there. Well, let's keep it like that. And we apparently don't have anything to eat right now. We need to find something to eat. And I'm right now gonna be checking upside. If the Theresa is there. No, she isn't. So apparently I can sleep, for example, here if I want. Yeah, let's just jump down. No food here. No, I don't want to go close it this way. Henry, come on. A bit of intelligence for you. Okay. Plenty of million things, I guess. Still no food though. Refreshing ourselves for the morning, and there we go. So, Theresa, where are you? I need food. And you are the purveyor of food in the medieval ages, aka woman. Or you are gonna be the person who is actually gonna be knowing best where there is some kind of food for me. At least. Interesting oven. Or the stove. She was trying to prepare a bread, but oh, come on. So, chop chop. Get to it. Get to it. We need something to eat. Where is she actually? Ah, she's already up and she's cleaning up. Okay, so maybe she's gonna be giving us some notes. Okay. This is new. Interested. I'd like to know... I hope the fancy little walk is not gonna be coming away, because first I want to ask where's food.
I'd like to know...
Apparently she's not gonna tell me where there's any kind of food.
That's all.
Well, that was a lot I wanted to know. So let's just end that, and I really need to find the food though. They don't have anything in the house, which is kinda weird. Oh well. Ah, okay. Church is right now ringing bell. Oh, that's a nice little detail. Everybody should be waking up. Let's see if this guy is gonna be waking up as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get inside. And I'm waiting if you're gonna be preparing breakfast for us. Come on.
What are you doing?
She put down the broom. And she went away. Come on. You have something to perform here. Called cooking. Or whatever. Apparently she's not gonna be giving me anything. That's...
It's not my fault.
Really? Holy crap, that's one hell of a detail. He's actually muttering from his sleep. Seriously. Seriously, such kind of detail. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I can't stop being amazed by this game. Absolutely not. This is just absolutely awesome. Oops. Don't want to punch the door. Now, I need to resolve the food crisis right now because the food is getting lower, I'm thinking, even through the perk. 58 is kinda fine. But... well, maybe I've kinda overstayed my welcome and they don't want to feed me anymore. Could be the case. It's kinda strange that they themselves don't want to eat anything. But yeah, well, we do have a few money, or rather a bit of money. How costly are actually the flowers? Well, apparently the scarf could use a bit of knitting. We have to somehow figure that out, if we can fix it up. Apparently the flowers then aren't all that... yeah, expensive or whatever. Didn't find anything useful in that. But let's go to town. And let's basically try buy food. I'm having about 2 groschens. 2 groschis. Or rather 2 grosze. Actually cannot. It's it didn't offer me the other option. I can only put something in there. I cannot actually eat from it again unless it's gonna be some kind of time event, which I'm thinking it will be. There's probably gonna be some time when it's gonna like respawn and I'm gonna be able to eat from it again. But that was kind of what I was waiting for when Theresa went back home to deposit her broom. That maybe she would be basically starting to cook again. But to be honest, I don't exactly want... oh, it's raining again. I don't exactly want to eat something heavy for the morning. I like my breakfast easy on my stomach, so some kind of sweets or fruits if I can. And we discovered a tanner. Well, that's gonna smell pretty bad here. Tanners smell very bad. What's this like? Supposed to be... ah, that's gonna be... yeah, that's gonna be drying up for the tanner. Yeah, basically you can hang the... how they are called? The hides and whatever. And they're gonna be drying there. I'm thinking that's gonna be something along those lines. Or maybe ore. Okay, I'm talking crap. Absolutely not. These are gonna be for this. Will. Things we learn. This game is gonna be teaching me so many things, it seems. These are gonna be some bathhouses, I expect. Conciliation Cross. There's a way inside. Rataje upper gate. Ah, well, there are 2 gates. Okay, so we can go through the bottom as well. So that's cool. Hey, dude. Oh, we discovered the fast travel point. That was for the below gate. Rather, some down gate, lower gate. That's how it's gonna be called. And there's the Perkstein. There's a guy, apparently, who's gonna be giving us something. And so many things in there. Oh, well. So many things to do, apparently. Well, the first thing that we need to do is find some kind of trader who's gonna be selling us food. since Teresa and her uncle refused to actually feed us. Yeah, I'm not gonna be eating from random pots somewhere. I kinda like my health.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Rataje Kabila of Dvoyets.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
Not really like, you know, all of those options here. Well, this is just obvious lying. Well, not really lying, because right now I probably am. Looking how my dad actually died and whatnot. But belligerent let me in. Sucks. Is it money you're after? No, so this is the first one. Makes the most
I may
sense.
not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Rataje what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right then, go ahead. It'll be your
And we
skin
succeeded.
if Sir Rataje isn't pleased.
I'm kinda thinking that actually right now the perk for the commoners might be better. Because it will allow us quite probably to go into places where I otherwise shouldn't be get into. Sorry, need to clear my throat. As, for example, talking to those guards is gonna be always useful. They're gonna be letting me into places that I probably shouldn't be otherwise. Whereas talking to nobility, I don't know how I could be convincing nobility. It's probably gonna be all about nobility giving me orders and me making them happen. So I'm kinda thinking really the lowborns are gonna be better. So we discovered the camp. Oh, that's a long one again, yet again. Camping. In the Middle Ages, countries were constantly being crossed by marauding groups of soldiers, brigands, and guardsmen in groups of various sizes. While lone combatants would often change their place of abode. They lived in makeshift huts, shelters, or tents around a central fire. Some stayed at one camp for several days, others set up camp only for one night and moved on again next day. One important factor in their choice of campsite was the ready availability of water, food, animal fodder, and firewood. Very rarely they camped in villages or by a castle or in its vicinity. This was reserved for overnighting by the nobility and their entourage. During wartime or while on the run, they would sleep in the open, since there was no time to raise or break down tents. The noblemen's armies also camped at sites where provincial militias were gradually gathering, or while awaiting the arrival of reinforcements or allies. The longest lasting, sometimes up to several months, were encampments for line siege to strongholds or those on river banks, waiting to engage with enemy forces on the other side. Tents were intentionally erected close together for security, mimicking battlements. The largest tent in the center of the camp belonged to the commander. Nearby tents housed nobles and high-ranking soldiers, surrounded by simple shelters and huts for the ordinary soldiers and their horses. There was no need to camp together in one place, and an army could make camp across several locations. In the larger camps there would be a field chapel, an infirmary to care for the wounded, and sometimes even a makeshift brothel. Thought of everything, apparently. Simple tents in the early Middle Ages took the shape of a capital A, with a square base and a distinctive central pole mounted on two upright stands. The tent canvas was most often made from flax or hemp, and dyed for ordinary soldiers, but variously colored and decorated for the commanders. The men slept on the ground on mats, skins, pelts, but the nobility and churchmen would have treble beds. Well, they would be comfortable. Long-term camping was unchallenging logistically, supplies always being the responsibility of the administrator of the nearest affiliated township. If the army was on hostile territory, it would send out provisioning detachments to procure food and fuel. When supplies ran short, it was time to move on to another location or give up the campaign. The worst occurrence was an outbreak of any epidemic in the camp, since hygiene was difficult to maintain. While waiting for developments, there would also be quarrels, duels and fights, which could escalate into a bigger conflict and significantly compromise the army. Disputes therefore had to be judged and, if necessary, severe punishments meted out. A bit of a history lesson. Hey, what are you looking at?
God be with you.
Good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
What's life like in Rataje?
We got sturdy walls and 2 castles to protect us. There's not many towns have that, and we got everything we need here. We got an
That's definitely
apothecary,
right. 2 castles
swordsmith,
in
armourer,
one
we've got a
reasonably
decent
small
church
town.
and
That
fine
definitely
alehouse.
is rare. Okay. There was a beggar right next to him, though.
Hey, watch it. Lout.
Alex. He even doesn't have a name. So is he like an important guy? Don't know. But, well, I don't want to have anything
I've
to do
lost
with
everything.
beggars, really.
My home, my family, my livelihood. Be merciful, good people.
Well, sometimes I do give them, but right now I have like kinda nothing, so... Well, I guess later. Later we might give him something. He might be happy for it. But right now, yeah, I need to pay off my own debts, so sorry guy. Gonna have to fend for yourself for a bit there. And we're still gonna get in hungry. So, well, maybe Lord is gonna help us. Let's see. Maybe he's gonna be helpful in that regard. Yeah, that's a nice horsey.
Would that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
I must speak with Sir Rataje. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Rataje. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Rataje.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
It's kind of strange though with the sword, because if I remember correctly, all of them were killed by Sir Robert. So how did I actually lose the sword in that? It's kind of strange. Maybe somebody escaped, that's like the only solution, but strange. Strange indeed. So there's a guy coming down, and they're in the palace. Where is actually the palace? Ah, it's here somewhere. So I guess up we go. And here.
Huh?
Let me through, dude. You're in my way.
Watch it. Folk these days.
Oh, and she can pass? Like, what the hell? Well, she's probably slimmer than me, but still, that's unfair.
Hey! God almighty.
So, let's try to pass him as well.
Hey!
Yep, I did get through, nice. Well, that's a private. That's not where the Lord is gonna be. Lockpicking, that's not cool. It's kinda strange that we can just walk around the castle. That's probably not all that right. Kitchen, Well, let's not be too hasty. And where are we supposed to find him? I don't want to exactly go knocking on the doors and whatever nonsense. It's just strange. We are here. He's somewhere in the vicinity. Huh. So he should be somewhere here, but I don't exactly want to go barging into doors. That's just not nice. It's not very nice, but well, I kinda guess I'm gonna be forced to do it. This is open, so let's just do that. That's nothing, so let's just close it again. And we might be in the wrong building. Oh, hey. Okay, I almost thought that it's actually the Lord, but not.
Hey!
Yeah. Oh, there's a way somewhere. Okay, that could be it. Yes, that's it. Okay.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rataje, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Pepstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
Well, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain in Talmberg.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, right?
That's a good conversation.
Your father was a remarkable man.
That's so real,
Your mother,
those reactions.
she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rataje. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground.
Nice, Sir
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
Yeah.
He isn't a peasant, father. He's a
Definitely deserves
blacksmith,
that.
and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear, you're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
I'm kind of thinking he won't be having problems sparing me, yeah.
Don't disappoint me.
He doesn't really like me all that much.
My lord.
And Sir Capone, that seemed like also a bit of a douchebag, so expecting him to be trying to stab me in the back somewhere along the line. Wouldn't be surprised by that at all. Let's learn some history. Sir Hanush, where do we find him? Not here, events, characters. Sir Hanush of Lipa. Sir Hanush of Lipa, I don't know when he actually came to this world, but he departed it at 1415, following the death of Jindřich III of Pirkstein, Henry III of Pirkstein. In 1402, Hanush of Lipa, in KCD Hanush of Lipa, became the guardian of the former son, Jan Ptáček, in KCD Hans Capon. Oh, that's a brutal translation of the name then. Ptáček into Capon. Oh well, that's funny. It's kind of funny, really. And that's the acting governor of the surrounding province. He completed the construction of Pirkstein and its fortifications at the local church of St. Matthew, which contains a shrine to his family. When Sigismund of Luxembourg invaded and burned Skalice, the town's burgrave Rataje Kobila, and the survivors of the raid found refuge with Hanush. Hanush subsequently took action against scattered groups of brigands and Cumans. His relationship with the king was peculiar, to say the least. Judging by often contradictory sources, it appears that in 1410, crown forces descended on the town of Rataje in Hanush's domain, probably after he became a robber baron and rebel, really, who may also have participated in the siege of Jihlava in Moravia. Nevertheless, in 1414 he became a provincial marshal and dwelt together with his wife Markéta of Sternberg at Spielberg in Brno. Fun stuff, the history. Fun stuff indeed. And feudalism. Feudalism is a political system based on land ownership, which originated in the early Middle Ages and followed on from the decline of the Roman Empire. Its foundation was the feudum, a certain area territory land that they owned land out to others. The ruler, either secular or religious, was the natural feudal senior, suzerain, sovereign liege, suzerain, interesting word. And those allocated his fiefdoms, were his fiefs or vassals. The handover itself came with pomp and ceremony, during which the vassal promised allegiance and military aid or other services to his feudal lord. The contract would be rescinded only by the death of one of the parties, or in the case of a material infringement. Not only could the liege have several vassals, but a vassal could have several liege lords. In the event of a war, one had to choose side by one's contractual tenure. Feudalism also determined the relations of the poorest class. The serfs who worked on the leased land paid dues out of what they made from it and provided for their master, his soldiers and officials, or for a monastery. It was called a quit-rent, a source of wealth mainly for the nobility. Portions of the lands were subleased, so the king's vassal in turn became the liege lord of his own vassals. Classic feudalism. What else did we learn? Nobility. Nobility. The nobility aristocracy was the highest level of feudal society beneath the monarch, with the power and legal privileges commensurate with their landed title or family crest. They were directly answerable to the king, and the lands in their possession were only leasehold, for which they had to pay the king dues and were obligated to provide military assistance in the event of war. Noble status was hereditary, as were the associated land rights and responsibilities. The land came with its inhabitants, who had to pay their liege lord rent and labor on his farmlands. The oldest Czech families include the lords of Buzic, I guess Buzic, that's probably gonna be in Czech, e.g. the Zajíc family of Hasenburg, or Benešov from Dauba and Kravarn, of Ronov, kinda interesting really names, they're not really all in Czech here, from Lipa and Duba, and the Rosenbergs. That's gonna be Rožumberkové in Czechs. Rosenbergs, Rožumberkové, yeah, definitely. In the 14th century, the Czech title Pán, Lord, was served, or rather reserved, for the wealthy members of the higher nobility, who had the right to elect the king and sit in the territorial diet or Landtag, but later spread to the lower nobility, church dignitaries, members of town councils, and eventually common burghers, becoming the equivalent of Mr. in English as it is today. A nobleman didn't have to be an educated person. Often it was quite enough that he had a military upbringing. He had his subjects and servants to take care of administration and physical work. His main duties were the collection of taxes, managing the militia, and all hereditary functions. A seigneur or lord of the manor, in Czech Zeman, was a provincial nobleman of local origin, long established in a given territory. A baronet, Vladika, administered numerous estates. Yeomen who formed the lower nobility had no property of their own and served the higher nobility. The nobility unquestionably influenced the medieval art, since they were often the sponsors of artistic works. This applied not only to architecture, paintings and sculptures, but also to fashion accessories, hairstyle and furniture.
Damn.
And that's it for the bit of history lesson. So we have to train, and what else? Okay, training and whatever. I kinda guess since I'm right now in basically services of the Lord, I might be going to kitchen and just getting something to eat. That was the kitchen actually, somewhere here I guess, if I remember correctly. So everybody apparently getting out of the lunch or breakfast or whatever. Even Sir Hanush. Hey. Was it here or not? Yeah, it was here. Nourishment 52, yeah, we definitely need to eat something. What's the time? Almost midday. We haven't had the breakfast yet though. Well, apparently she's not gonna help us all that much. I don't want anything from the pot. I really want some kind of fruit or whatever. Well, apparently rope. That's not... It's not correct. Oh, that's a nice outlook out of the windows. So no interesting food here. So I guess let's go out and really try to find some kind of... how is it called? Trader, and basically buy food. Weaponsmith left. That's good to know. Another beggar, this time a woman. Grindstone for clearing our sword, if we actually get it. Ah, baker, that's what we want. And where do we see him? Grocer, that's also a nice one. Okay, let's see who is gonna be... Oh, well, they are here, just basically stands. Okay. Oh, huh, that wasn't a nice start. Come on. Well, we have 2 groschens. Can we buy... Well, the sweet pancakes were nice. But they're kinda expensive, it seems. So let's just buy normal bread. Or maybe let's check how much of a nourishment it's gonna be giving me. 7. Sweet pancake 9. But the price doesn't seem to reflect that. Bread... Nourishment 17. That's good. Pretzel 6. I'm looking at the bread for breakfast. Even though I don't have any kind of butter to actually use it with. Well, can't be too too picky in medieval ages, rather. Well, let's just buy a bit of bread. I don't know. What is it by 1? Oh, it's actually by 1? I was kind of thinking it's basically cost for all of it. But no, it's actually damn expensive in that way. Well, in that case... That's a problem. You can basically buy a pretzel. Okay, so let's just clear this off. No remove. And check how expensive is actually the fruit. That's you. That's much better. Apple. But just 2. Yeah, that's sucky. That's kinda explaining a lot of things. Yeah, no, I can haggle, but I just want to basically get the best ratio for watermelon. Really? Oh yeah, that's actually right. I'm actually thinking that watermelon is actually from some kind of Middle East or whatever. I'm not entirely certain, but it could be. Yeah, you can see the biggest berry to be found in the Holy Roman Empire. So it's definitely no... Sorry, I didn't want to close you off. But it just makes a good sense. Even though it seems like something that is modern, it's not. Horseradish pear. 3 nourishment, it's actually better. Meat. Nourishment 10, but it's an alcohol, so yeah. But she's having actually less expensive honey. I'm thinking the honey on that other trader was actually for 2. But it's having crap nourishment. No, I don't want to do this. Just keep clicking escape to basically get back from last screen. watermelon. How much does it give? 3. That's all really bad. I'm gonna be just buying, I guess, something baked. Let's buy 1 pancake and see how it goes in the haggling. No! Yeah, oh, damn it. I forgot to haggle. I forgot to hold it. Oh man. That's... damn it. Well, paying for our mistakes. And in the meantime, of course, let's eat it. It's gonna be giving us a bit of nourishment at least. Let's go around the town and, I don't know, follow up with the dude that is supposed to help us train, I guess, at this point. Now there are also gonna be still plenty of places in the town where to go and where to get some secondary quests or whatever. Just have to explore the town quite a bit. But let's follow up with the Lord's quest first, I guess. Or is it really that necessary though? Train hard, fight easy. Go to the training ground and talk to Captain Bernard. I should probably also think about repaying Mille Peshek. Mid-morning until evening. Well, at the same time, I'm kinda actually on like a Lord's quest, so I shouldn't be probably disappointing him too much. It's gonna... Oh, that's that far away. We need to go through the city anyway, so alright. That's actually nice thinking by the devs. And they actually make you go through all of it. What are you actually doing here?
God be with you, Henry.
I'm from Scarlet's good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your
Uh-huh. If somebody starts running away, you can actually click F. That's good to remember. And basically get him right next to it. That's interesting. But yeah, let's go around town and find people that could be giving us some kind of information, quest or anything.
What the hell?
That's the blacksmith.
My respects to you.
Yeah, to you too. Well, apparently he doesn't have anything interesting.
What's life like in Rataje?
Good. Or it was till them refugees came.
Yeah, it really seems like that nobody is liking refugees here all that much. Not too thrilled are people about them. Well. Well. In that case, you don't have anything interesting for me, so just let me get away and out of your hair. On the map. Plenty of unexplored places. And there's some kind of still dude that wants to give me something. Let's check with him.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need. Day, night, home,
What are you having? Okay, also a bit of extra food potentially to haggle for.
You'll find it nowhere else.
And we discovered a tailor. That's a long one. Clothing and fashion. Clothing for villagers and other commoners above all had to be comfortable, durable and practical. It had to last for years and be worn in all kinds of weather. It generally consisted of simple shirts and tunics. Men also wore linen knickers down to their knees, and in winter they wore hoodie cloaks, fur jackets and caps. Wide-brimmed hats protected their heads from the sun, and footwear was simple. Most items were of natural colors without ornamentation. An exception was festive apparel, intended for special celebrations and church holidays. In the towns, clothing held great significance, reflecting status, wealth, and even membership in certain factions, such as tradesmen, soldiers, and apprentices. Accessories included belts, bags, gloves, hats, and other head coverings. Most of the garments in Kingdom Come Deliverance are based on actual historical records of medieval fashion. Nice. Hairstyles. In the 14th and 15th centuries, unwed young women had long hair, which they wore down or in braids. Women in towns adorned their hair with ribbons, pearls, wreaths, and vines. All the married women wore pearled nets on their heads, white or colored veils or hats. Fashionable men in the 15th century had long, coiffured hair, and they liked to shave their chins. They covered their heads with brimmed hats, caps, or hoods. Jewelry. In the Middle Ages, jewelry was fashioned from gems, wood, leather, and metals. All gold tended to be worn around the neck and breast rather than on the hand. The most common type of jewelry consisted of earrings and various types of crosses. The most common motifs adorning jewelry were flowers and animals. Figural decoration was often associated with religious themes. Rings were very popular in the High Middle Ages and were worn for both prestige and symbolic meaning. They were either made entirely of metal, mostly bronze or in rare cases silver plate or copper wire, or adorned with precious stones and worn on all fingers. Footwear was made of leather, cow-calf goat, as well as grass, straw, bast fibers, wood, cloth, or felt. In the countryside, people went often barefoot in the summertime. Shoes were originally made from a single piece of material and fitted with straps. Soles left and right on shoes first appeared in the mid-14th century, while heels were added in the 15th century. Okay, so first soles only in 14th century. It's kind of fun. The most common type of footwear consisted of sandals that covered the entire sole of the foot and slippers made of wood or cork. Stitched shoes could be either low or above the ankle. Fun stuff. Alchemy bench, that could be going a long way. We also discovered a scribe. Huh. Fun. Apothecary. Yeah. Pharmacist. The apothecary prepared medication according to carefully studied prescriptions that were passed down to generations. It was one of the few professions that was not organized into guilds. The production of medicaments was quite hard work and a great responsibility. The apothecary had to have studied at the university and would be schooled not only in Latin but also in Greek. Had to be able to carefully measure or measure out precise dosages of medication and to ensure the ingredients were always available. If there was no apothecary in town, there would be the monastery infirmary. And if that was not available, people turned to the services of herb women, lay herbalists, quack healers or medicasters called charlatans. Their methods of healing were controversial because in making lotions and potions they made use not only of herbs, but of spells, amulets, or sometimes even very unusual raw materials such as frog poison or hanged man's finger. Oh. And we discovered a church. The priests were among the elite in medieval society, and among the few who had any education. Village priests were less educated than those of the larger parishes. They could barely read or write, and had no library, and learned the liturgy by heart. That was one hell of a job then. They were none too well off, typically working in the fields or raising livestock like lay farmers. They were not celibate, enjoyed folk entertainment and games, dancing and going to the tavern. As time went on, looser morals and educational decline spread to the towns and monasteries. By contrast, the priests in the larger parishes and towns owned more property, and with the exception of service to God, did not have to resort to any manual work. The duties of the priests encompassed the preparation and serving of Mass, hearing confessions, taking care of the church, its operation and decoration, visiting the poor and the sick, arranging charity collections, collecting dues, conducting baptisms, weddings and last rites, and funerals. So I guess let's go visit a church, right? Huh. Having a dog so freely running in there on sacred ground, that seems slightly strange to me, but well, who knows? Let's not step on the graves here. What time is it? Ah, yeah, it's midday. Okay, that's the reason for all the bell ringing, of course. Where is the way into the church? Aha, it's gonna be all the way in there. And sorry, I just stepped on the graves. Ah, well, happened. Sorry, guys. We'll try not to do it again. Well, that's one hell of a decoration. Oh man, that's such a detail. And kinda funny painting at the same time. Huh. I probably shouldn't be going there. Well, that's some detailed work. That's really nice. That's really significantly nice. Oh, sorry, almost bumped into you. I'm not entirely certain how far I can actually go. If I can go all the way to the altar, I'm kinda thinking I shouldn't. Yeah, that's gonna be a reason why the peasants are here.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin. Disdain not our supplications in our distress, but deliver us from perils, only pure and blessed one.
Okay. That's gonna be a backer, I'm guessing. Yeah, Milan Kramar. Okay. Oh, there's really nobody here, so let's try to go inside. Well, that's a very nice altar. It's actually all inlaid in gold. Or is it? Right now I'm not sure. It's probably gonna be inlaid with gold. Yeah, but they were usually wooden. All those thingies. And then they were adorned with all kinds of gems or whatever. So I kinda think this is gonna be wooden frame. And inside it's gonna be golden. Because this is a large enough city. So I'm thinking they could afford something like that. But it also could be just wood. I'm not really certain. It's looking all kinds of fishy, so maybe just paint it on wood. It's not even gold. I don't know. I would have to see a comparison. But interesting and very nice, really. Okay, we're not gonna be stealing from the church. There's the doggy, and yeah, this is exactly another reason why I kinda doubt that there would be a dog allowed to be there. This seems like an anachronism a bit, to be honest. Because as I remember, dogs were not allowed on basically sacred ground. Because they were all kinds of unclean and whatever. So I don't think that you actually, even today you are not allowed to be actually bringing dogs to cemeteries. So I don't think this is actually all that correct. That might be one of the things. Maybe they have some reason for that. Oh, hello, doggo. Yeah, come on. So I'm gonna assume there's gonna be a reason and some kind of historical backing for that. Otherwise, well, it might not be exactly precise. We can actually go up the battlement. Let's go there. But to just basically letting everybody know, so far, playing for 8 hours or 7 hours and no bugs whatsoever. Just some kind of texture glitches, but that's usual. But no bugs whatsoever. It's so great. So great for such an open game. No, we're not gonna find anything here. Let's go down. Yeah, sorry, I don't have anything myself. What? Nest? What? Where? On the tree? Somewhere? Can we... Oh, here! Okay. Are there some graves here? No, apparently not. I can go here. We can examine the nest. Okay, that's fun. Oh, and there are actually money in there. Okay. And now that is a question, because it's a stealing. You can see this is a steal. So it's assuming that somebody left it in there for a bit later. But that's strange. I'm kind of expecting it could be actually a nest. I don't know how the bird is called in English, but straka, basically the bird that is stealing shiny things and bringing them to their nests. So I'm thinking that's gonna be it. But I don't want to steal from that. Well, I kinda guess if I need to, I know where it is. Let's remember that. Can we do some... mark? Oh yeah, we can mark. Nice. Maybe it's even gonna be sticking there. Yes, marker there. Let's zoom in. Okay. Let's leave it marked. That's where the nest is with 1 groschen. And we can sit on the stump. Well, if we need money, dearly, we know where to go. We know where there is a grosh. Oh, it's actually right now highlighted, so we don't even need the marker. So can we like destroy the marker? Yes, by X. Okay, nest. Apparently it's something that's supposed to be there. So maybe it's gonna be some kind of quest or story a bit later. But that's really funny. We discovered the butcher. Slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse, or shambles, was located on the edge of town. This was the only place that animals could be slaughtered, with butcher's stalls springing up around them. The cattle were examined by the guildmaster. Only if he vouched for their health could they be slaughtered and sold by the butchers. Butchering elsewhere was punishable by a fine. That's actually very interesting news, or rather information. Basically, you could be considering or are thinking that medieval ages, it was slaughtering anywhere, not really much of a hygiene, but this is basically because of hygiene. So they knew that they wouldn't spread any kind of diseases. This is actually interesting. That's something I didn't know. Yeah, well, slaughterhouse here. And that's where... Where did the guy go? He's there on the right. I need to finally catch him. It's the dude that is supposedly able to give us some kind of quest or whatever. Discovered a trader. No, we already saw that. Or is it a new one? No. for risking that. Oh, this is the guy. Milan. Milan, stop. We want to talk to you. Because we are apparently supposed to.
I'm from Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there.
What?
Your neighbour.
Okay, I'm not supposed to know that. So let's just quit that. I'm gonna be talking to him when I actually learn that I should be talking to him. That's apparently getting ahead. I don't like that. All kinds of shops. Getting quite a bit of choppiness here. It seems to be getting a bit difficult for the computer to handle properly, so sorry for the choppiness and whatever. Well, it's just apparently a big town, so it seems to be the problem. Bird feeder, just out of nowhere, in the middle, in there. Really? Such a neat little detail. Okay, so there's an inn. Go West Tipster. That we want to see. Trader's Tavern, interesting. So can you tell us something interesting?
Good day to you.
Good day. Yes, it's kind of weird, but I'm looking for work. So yeah, I'm looking for work so that I can make up money to give to Miller. So
Do you know if there's
asking
anyone
innkeeper
around
is a
here
good
who could
idea.
use my help?
Aye, there could be something for you. Berthold, our local gamekeeper, was looking for help with something a while back. Why don't you ask him if he still needs help?
Okay, something with hunting. Nice. Thank you. And you should be probably knowing a bit more about Rataje.
What's life like
as an
in
innkeeper,
Rataje?
so let's see.
Life is good here. Even better if them damn refugees would only vanish.
Okay. Another refugee hater. That seems to be a really big issue right now. It's interesting. Hey, alehouse mate. Not having too many people here, are you? Well, it's raining, so kinda expect it. And where do we find the dude that we are supposed to talk to? Here? It seems so. It was just here, right? No, it was actually behind the walls. And huntsman. Huntsmen, gamekeeping and hunting in the Middle Ages were not only for amusement, but chiefly a source of great profit for the king and the nobility who owned the woods. The feudal gamekeepers and huntsmen also undertook woodsmanship. In addition to their obligation to look after the game, they took charge of the forest and its protection. In the forests it was prohibited to hunt deer, fallow deer, boar or any other game, violation of which was a criminal act subject to heavy fines or even, in the case of repeated infringements, physical punishment. The same was true for unauthorized logging and collecting of timber. Many poachers came from the ranks of the poor and had not very much to lose, which quite often resulted in physical conflicts with the huntsmen when they were caught red-handed. Well then, where is the huntsman? This is the dude, seems like it. He's having an animal up for skinning in there.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Some people can teach you. For some lessons you will have to know something already though. There might be more than one trainer for each skill, but there are always 4 lessons. Okay, so he's even a trainer apparently.
Any work for me here by any chance?
That depends. How's your hearing? What? I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you asking?
Because there is this one little job going. But I need someone who knows the area well and has good ears.
Okay, can probably handle that.
To be able to handle that?
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
That's the nest.
The trouble is, the nightingales are gone.
That's the nest
how, but the birds
in
have
there,
flown.
I'm thinking. And I forgot to read the rest of it. Ah, damn it. What was the second answer? Ah, here it is. The trouble is the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown. It's a shame. I don't know how, but the birds have flown. So, you guess, yeah.
Hang on, surely
That's
you're
what I
not
would
asking me
say.
to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly.
No, I didn't really want to say it that way, though.
Luckily, their wings are clear. So
I
they
wanted
won't
to
be
say it
far.
normally.
The watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods. And there's a pine-covered hill just before Vranik.
Right, a bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot.
Okay, that's
They
gonna
kept
be
twittering
interesting
away the whole
quest.
time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
What
Went
the hell?
something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses?
The hell?
It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Okay, repeat that for me, please.
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
What the hell?
Yes, I'll remember.
Something so ridiculous is hard
Here are
to
the traps.
forget.
Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. You ought to
Freaking
be
hell.
caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
Well, we're gonna be catching up birds in a rather large pine forest on a hill. That sounds interesting. So what's the training about?
I'd like you to show me some hunting tricks.
Certainly.
Well,
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
oh. Oh, how many? 60? Man, you definitely wanting a high price there. What? Man. Well, another time then.
Maybe another time.
That just didn't work out. Okay, so I guess let's go find the birds or something. So far, sometimes when you are actually picking the dialogues, it doesn't seem that it's gonna be that aggressive. It seems kinda innocuous, the line that is selected or rather shown to us, and then it's a bit more aggressive than I would be really thinking. That's not something I would be really enjoying all that much, but hopefully it's not gonna be leading to any kind of big problems. But maybe I just need to get used to it. Discover the blacksmith. Blacksmithing was one of the most important occupations since earliest times because iron was a very valuable raw material. In earlier times it was not deep mined, but only acquired from surface mines, and not a piece was allowed to go to waste. People even kept used nails. There was a blacksmith in practically every castle, vicinity or village, who forged almost everything that was needed for agriculture: knives, axes, sickles, plows, hoes, etc. Other blacksmiths specialized making swords, helmets, lances, harness, fittings, locks and jewelry. The forge was most often a shed with a wall. Its essential equipment consisted of large bellows, an anvil, tongs, hammers, punches, files, etc. In a well-equipped forge, the smith could develop heat of up to 1400 degrees Celsius. That's actually a lot. That's quite a lot. We discovered an archery range, and grindstone, and all kinds of stuff. And another church. So they're having really two churches in here. And apparently this is one that Sir Hanush likes. Apparently another Becker. Versus evil. Yeah, another Becker here. Sorry. Melanchihak. Okay. And there are gonna be a few more here. Thomas Marsh. Stefan Botont. Heidi Crasher. And Oskozot. That's really nice. You can probably go up there. There's no reason why not to. Yeah, it's just gonna be Kolar for the singers and whatever. Let's keep, or not, let's look at here. Okay, now we see the difference. This is actually really gilded. You can see all the sides or other the endings and whatever. This is actually gilded, or rather altar piece. Whereas the one at the other church, that was just wooden, apparently. Yeah, so this is gilded and that was just wooden. Okay. So we know the difference, And it's kind of interesting they're not even letting us basically steal all this chalice. Because obviously it would be possible, but... yeah, basically Sir Hanush would be clobbering me right on the spot. I would be like the worst person ever in medieval ages. But maybe it could be fun for some kind of characters, but they probably don't want to do that because... maybe even thieves didn't do that, I don't know, it's possible. An export place, so what's that actually? Grindstone, blacksmith, and what's this then? I don't know, but just it was an export, so... we took a look and there are plenty of chickens. There are chickens absolutely everywhere in this game. Like, absolutely everywhere. Okay, so that's the archery range. And this is actually where should we meet in Sir Bernard, I'm thinking. Oh no, actually no, this is for tournaments, alright. This is not for him yet. So that's Captain Bernard. And where are we gonna be getting the nightingales? It's a kind of pine forest. Oh, all the way here, that's very far away. Let's go to Bernard, because that's a bit more important and we probably don't want to disappoint him. It's getting kinda late, so let's see if we're still gonna catch him. So where is it? Okay. Bit more to the right then. Here we go. This is the combat arena and where we should be looking at the dude. Some kind of parcel with something. Yeah, hey.
Good day to you.
Can I ask? What kind of a lord is Sir Hanush?
Well, let's learn a bit
I
in
can't
here.
complain. He knows how to keep order, but he does it with good humor.
What's young Lord Capon like?
He'll be the governor here in a few years. Sir Hanush is just his guardian until he comes of age. The young lord spends most of his time making merry. But he'll grow out of it. He's no fool.
What's life like in Rataje?
Till Sigismund came and then you folk, it was a fine, peaceful life here.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
That's kind of the questions I would ask of him, so let's just go with the basic training then.
Yes, you're that boy Sir Rataje sent.
Yes, that would be me.
Yes, that's me.
Let's get to it then, since that's what Sir Rataje wishes. And because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something
I did.
simple.
So what are you assuming here? I killed 2 people already with the sword, so I'm on. Yeah.
My father was a blacksmith, so I've learned a thing or two.
Fine, we'll try something more advanced then.
Let's see if we can actually handle that. Knighthood training. Okay. The physical training of a boy to become a knight began before he was 7 years old. He had to know how to run, jump and climb well, and also to be able to swim. He strengthened his arms by throwing hefty rocks. Over the years, boys had to become proficient in spear throwing, archery, armed wrestling, horsemanship, parrying with a shield and attacking. Their training also encompassed joining the hunt. The 7 knightly skills according to the classical tradition were horse riding, swimming, archery, fighting with sword and unarmed, hunting, as well as playing chess and composing poetry. The playing of chess in there and composing poetry. It's kind of fun. Similarly, burghers practiced combat with different types of weapons, which came into its own, especially in town defense. The towns more than anywhere else spawned sword fighting and archery fellowships, where sword play would be taught, initially according to the so-called German school, Deutsche Fechschule. Later in the Renaissance dominated by the Italian and Spanish schools. Shooting fellowships were devoted to archery with bows and crossbows, and with the development of gunpowder, firearms came into play. So am I like supposed to...
Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent.
He's dancing in that.
Space.
Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword.
Okay. No. Yeah, that's what should have happened.
Well.
Oops, where did he go? Come on, you're moving a bit too fast on me. And we reached agility.
Right.
Oh well.
Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong. When I cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. But it's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you. All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. Move knocks the blade aside.
So block is Q.
Well done.
Okay. As soon as the attack starts, you'll get an adrenaline boost with this chance of a counter strike.
Like that.
Such a perfect block costs you no stamina.
There. You have to move along with the attack. Again. Too soon again. Try and catch the rhythm. See the sword move, you move at the same time and deflect it.
Wrong, damn it!
How wrong? And am I not blocking it right? Okay.
Wrong, damn it!
Okay, I need to wait for the green thingy to actually come up. Oh, this way. Alright, so I need to basically select the same side. No. Oh well, I turned a bit more.
Alright.
That's strange that I didn't block him there. Oops. Turned too much.
Ah, that's it. No, again.
Why didn't it work?
Now we'll try it a little.
That's kind of
faster.
strange.
Concentrate and block.
But maybe I'm
just
gonna
at the
get
moment
better at
I
it.
start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well.
All right. Not like that. Wrong. Again. Ow. Ah, that's it. All right.
Right now, can't really figure out the moment when actually the green shield really does show up. Oh, maybe this way.
Good, good. Now let's try it at full speed. You probably won't succeed, but that's normal at the start. You must train. Let's go.
Wow, that's a lot faster than expected.
Captain Bernard!
Wait a while, Henry.
Well, that's quite difficult. So what does he want of you?
Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here?
I was on my way when I noticed that you were entertaining Sir Radzig's esteemed guest.
Yeah, he really seems to be kinda dickish. I don't like him all that much.
It's Sir Radzig's orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hand's grown heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Huh. Don't like
Where
this
did we
dude.
finish?
Don't like him. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
problem.
Leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you. What are you waiting for? All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. That the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance.
Ah! No!
Shoes.
Again!
Mm.
Wrong! Damn it! Oh. No! Again! No!
I'm really bad at dodging, apparently.
Very good!
Nice, finally, at least once. Oh, I'm gonna be hit.
Wrong!
Now, yes.
Very good!
Oops.
No! Not like that! Ugh. Wrong!
Good. Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes off your opponent. You'll see a strike before it's even properly started.
Ah, that's it! Not bad. Very
Okay,
good.
there we go.
And the last thing for today, a trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react.
Well done.
All right.
Very good.
Again! Nice! Ah, that's it! Very good! Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
Alright, so that was a suit tutorial. Well, it did teach us a bit, at least. But it's gonna be quite challenging still to master it. Okay, some training duels and whatever. And follow Bernard to the shooting range. So we're gonna be apparently learning shooting or something. As we're also kinda getting hungry, it seems. Yes, just 50. 50 on the hunger and still having plenty of day left, so it's fine. For finding some extra food and whatever. I'm definitely hoping that actually they're gonna be letting me eat at the castle.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah. What's this? Okay, let's read that. Karel Bushman. Okay, so that's gonna be also some kind of a backer. Yeah. Interesting. Another way how to actually immortalize people that help with the development.
I feel quite hungry.
And going right past tavern. It kind of figures. Well, that's one hell of a long walk. We probably need to go inside, yes. That was the archery range. And there's the Lord. So what kind of fun is he gonna be making of me? Game saved, so apparently something interesting is gonna happen.
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start. And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get in position.
I could do with
Now
a bite to
concentrate.
eat.
A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance.
I'll have to get
Shoot
something
one
to
in
eat.
the eye,
I'm
drop
starting
your
to get
bow, and
hungry.
draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague. But you wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood. But enough talk. There's the target. Try and hit it. Draw the bow, aim, and release. Try to get a feel for the rhythm. Inhale on the draw, hold your breath for a moment, and then release the string. No jerky movements. Just let the string slide out of your fingers, as if you were about to draw it back more. It's all one movement. The arrow aiming at the target and flying at it. Shoot away. What you have there is a training bow. The arrow drops quickly. Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you won't see them. Don't forget the arm guard. Once you've mastered the bow a bit, you won't need it anymore.
Well, so we need to find the bow and the arm guard. Or do we already have it on ourselves? It seems that we do. We do have something on our hands. So I'm guessing, yeah, that we're already actually equipped. In which case... Okay, number 2, we need to equip the bow. Into hand first. And yeah, we do have the guard, alright. It seems like a middle. And we're holding too long. Oops.
Would you rather try shooting at a barn door?
Come on, don't be nasty. My first time shooting, damn it. No, that was obvious, that was gonna go wrong. Really? All the way to the left? Oh yeah, that was.
A village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations.
Come on.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing will come of him anyway, and at the first sign of trouble, he'll run away
Yeah,
like
shut
any
up,
other cowardly
douchebag.
peasant. After all, he's done it before.
What did you say?
Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
The braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith's boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me? Well?
Anytime.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I don't have enough.
Then you'll owe me or work it off. Let's get to it.
Well, that is tricky. Based on what I actually started with, this is gonna be bad. The rules of the games are simple. You shoot 7 arrows, the bull's eye is worth 3 points, the second ring 2 and the outside ring 1. There's no delay though, the first to finish shooting gets an extra 3 points, okay. Since it was going all the way across, it's kinda strange that it didn't work a bit better. Damn it. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna lose. Oh, well, that was a nice one. Come on, right. Sure, that should have been a hit. No! Where is it going? Well, hit. And he wins quite badly, damn it. I'm kinda thinking I wasn't supposed to win this. Anyway, but that last one kind of... that was... nice representation of how it actually went.
It seems I get to keep the bow. So, blacksmith, do you know your place now, or do you need more reminding?
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent, then let's go.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Good use with the bite to eat as well. So apparently we're gonna be sword fighting. Wow. I'm not doing very well, I'm thinking. Well, fighting with the Lord is not a good idea, so... Ouch. I'm absolutely not blocking. Could be probably blocking a bit more.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oh, I did hit him. Nice. Oh, that was a good one. Ouch. No, we don't give up. We don't give up.
A second defeat, blacksmith. You still have a lot to
I
learn.
wasn't. That was closer.
I suppose I should give you
I kind of
credit
think
for
that was
taking on
actually
my
close.
challenge, despite your limitations.
Thank you. So,
Well, we look
You owe me now.
quite beaten up.
I hope you keep your word and bring me coin when you have it.
Well, so that's another dude we owe coin. That's bad. It's not looking very good for us, and we need to clean up. Oh, we're damn beaten. We should be nice and clean. It's better. And apparently red scarf is gone though. How do we actually repair it or whatever? Can we even do that? Green shirt is also trashed. Oh well, yeah, it's looking really bad. So can we like take it off and look a bit better? Well, I'm probably not gonna be well liked by people right now because I'm gonna be having all kinds of funny stuff on me. Well, that was an unfortunate occurrence there. Speak with Bernard. Yeah, maybe so. You're right, maybe the perk for the speaking with the highborns would have been useful here.
Don't fret about it, lad. Lord Capon is a good swordsman, and if by some fluke you actually won, well, he might not take it so well.
Okay, so maybe it's even better that we actually didn't win.
Waiting for you there.
All right, Captain. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Well, we leveled up. Let's check what that's all about. Main level +1. We can get another perk right now at the 4th level. Okay, so Renegade Brand. Penalties on stats following the release from jail. We don't want that. Insomniac. The time you can do without sleep. So far we don't really need that all that much. I'll be liking to keep actually the perk points for a bit later. For the first 8-2, for Burger. And yeah. Even more here. Let's right now keep it, I think. Dutcher. We cannot get that. We can get speech. We have the one in here. So I still haven't decided who I want, but I'm really liking the lowborn a bit more. It's a very tough one. A very tough one. It should be also helping me with some kind of quest giver somewhere. Yeah, let's just go this. Let's go this way. Yes, let's go lowborn. Hopefully that's gonna be the correct decision. In the strength, Gravedigger and Stronghold, opponent strikes with your shield will cost you 30 less stamina. Well, neither of those is really useful now. And let's see if you can yield benefits of the speech perk then. Otherwise, it's 4 o'clock. Apparently we are having still about 4 hours of daylight, but we need to eat something real bad. Like for example the dog. Okay, so we're here. We need to go. We don't really have money for anything, so we need to go back to basically the lower gate. And into castle. And eat there. So let's use it for the first time. Fast travel. Standing in my way, boy.
Hey! Damn!
Standing in my way. So, let's eat. It should be hopefully fine for us. We are at 71. Okay. What are we having the minuses in there? The defenses. Yeah, that's gonna be because... Yeah, that's the shirt. Alright. So how do we actually fix that? Can I guess in there's gonna be a shop or some kind of maiden that's gonna potentially help us? Or rather map I wanted. So what do we have all of here? Baker. There was a tailor. Yes. There was a tailor in town.
Hey!
Well, so don't be in my way, woman. I'm getting really bad frame drops here. The longer the game goes, so not entirely certain was the reason for that, but it wasn't really that bad in the early games. So maybe it's just basically the longer the game goes, maybe eats more RAM or something. So really sorry for the worst experience. It's kind of the same for me, so yeah. But I guess it's a bit better for me because I'm playing it, whereas you're just watching. Let's just go visit the tailor.
Onions that'll even make your man cry like a little lass. Come and buy some.
Hello. Trader, that's trader, and this is gonna be the... Oh, apparently missing, or rather misplaced a bit here. So can I, like, fix things? Or do we need to sell basket, sell... We're probably not gonna be selling it for anything. She actually wants to buy it even. But does she wants to fix it? No, she doesn't want to fix it, it seems. Okay, but if you wanted to buy something new... Wow, would you look at those... Really? 700 groshans? Are you kidding me? That's a bit too much, isn't it? 1.4k for brocade outer jacket. Now, those are some outrageous prices, really. 6 groshans for some Waffen rocks, whatever. Man, those prices. Okay, so I'm kinda expecting that I'm not gonna be able to buy this anytime soon. Alright, so that was just basically looking around. What are you doing here? Okay, that's a guard actually. If I wanted to steal something. So the plan right now is probably gonna be going into rather for the nightingales. It could be still managing that, I'm thinking. How is it with the clock? We are having about 3 hours. Being caught in the forest at this time, it's not exactly a huge idea. So let's probably keep that for a bit later. And right now go into... rather discover what's in those question marks here. Seems kinda reasonable. Or maybe head into the inn. Maybe there's gonna be some fun there to be found. I'm not certain what fun. But what else do we have here? Report to the bailiff. Yeah, we're gonna find that. And where is the bailiff? Ah? Picture right next to him. Somewhere here, right? Yes.
It's in the ground,
In the armor,
Come right
actually.
up. What is it?
It's the artisan, and the bailiff is gonna be here. gonna be that dude? Or is that a guard? No, that's a guard. So I'm not in the correct place. He's a bit more to the right. So basically where I was. Is this dude? No.
Jesus! Look where you're going!
Ooh. I should be probably closing the door so that I don't let anybody else in or anything. Or let... Yep, that's the bailiff. Cool. Found him.
God be with you.
Well, you could be turning to me to actually talk to me. Anyway, join the bailiff's service about Rataje who can teach me to read. Is nothing going on here? I'm supposed to join him, right? I'm just gonna check. What did he actually send me to do? I finished with my training and now I have to make myself known to the bailiff. Yes, so I need to join his... whatever. What is he actually doing? Reading something, apparently.
I'm to put myself under the bailiff's command.
Ah, so you're the young man Sir Radzig appointed?
Yes.
Very well. Sir Radzig asked me to test you a little, and as it happens, you've come at the right time. We've a few disputes to settle. It seems some of your former neighbors have been acting quite inappropriately. I was hoping having one of their own on the town watch might help sort things out.
Alright, so here's what I want to tell me, or rather talk to me, or rather, sorry. Will want me to talk to the fellow citizenship of Silver Skalice, basically the refugees, so they're apparently really stealing here or something. You should... So yeah, you can rely on me. I'm gonna do that.
You're certainly bold. I like that. Have you been to see Captain Bernard?
Yeah, I has. Or rather, I have. Well, probably no reason to tell him that Hans challenged me.
I have, and I have the bruises to prove it. The captain doesn't hold back.
The harder the training, the easier the battle. Well, anyway, you're going to assist my town guard. Come to the church in the afternoon. Yaroslav the watchman, Nightingale they call him, will wait for you there. He'll show you around the town and teach you a little about keeping the peace. And you need to stop by the armory to pick up some gear.
Yes, bailiff.
Wow, we got a lot of money. 70 groshens. That's cool, we already got paid. Apparently seems even before work. That's nice because we're gonna be able to buy new clothes, I guess, maybe, somewhere or something. But much more importantly, I will be able to buy food for myself. Okay. So... Huh, you can teach me to read. That's out of nowhere. Let's ask if there's some kind of extra quests.
Is there anything of interest going on here?
Nothing of interest to me, thank Christ.
Okay. Shame. But that's just completely random. Let's wait with that, but apparently he's gonna be the one to teach me a bit later if needed. Which it apparently is gonna be needed, it seems. Alright, so we should be heading into Armory and also to our friendly guard. It's already getting kinda late and he's there only until 7, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, that's a problem, because right now I need to... in the lower room of the Armory. So where the hell is the Armory? I should be going there. Oh! All the way on the other side, really? It's not cool. Well, let's try to run there. Because I need to really get back quite soon. And we discovered pillory, so let's read on that. The pillory would be located in the middle of the square, and it was here that the lesser punishments were meted out for transgressions such as perjury, slander, or various frauds. It was typically a wooden or stone pillar to which the convicted were tied by chain for a specific time, hours or even days. They were then punished by the whole community, being spat on, insulted, mocked, and pelted randomly on a daily basis. The decapitation in there. It's not exactly what pillory was about. Pillory was not exactly about killing people, but avoiding that and teaching them a lesson. Okay, almost there. Almost there. And we found a cobbler for boots.
Are you serious?
Be a bit more careful.
So is it like in this little building there? It seems so. Well, apparently not, because there are only some kind of beehives of whatever here. So that's apparently not it. It's gonna be inside this building.
What is it?
Just need to get out of the way though. And you too. Well, are you like reproducing there? Hopefully that's all of you. Rataje Armory. This was the place where the military equipment was kept, or the civic militia's repository. Swords, spears, halberds, bows and arrows, crossbows, suits of armor, helmets and other offensive and defensive weapons and firearms. In times of threat, it was the duty of all residents to defend the city, and for these purposes the city had an armory with enough to arm its residents. Even in times of peace, the townspeople often had to take turns on guard duty. Cool. So how do we get this stuff like? Talking to you, maybe? Yes.
Name?
Henry.
And in fealty too?
Sir Rataje Cobbler?
Yes, I've got you. Well, come on in then. Make yourself at home, Henry. If my memory serves me, you're entitled to a helmet, a gambeson, and a club.
That's all?
A club,
you want
really?
A kiss and a hug as well? It's quite enough for patrolling the town. You're there to stop trouble, not start it.
Okay, light padded armor for us. Come on, bassinet. And the club. Padded coif beneath the helmet. Bludgeon. Yeah, it needs to be it. Okay, let's equip that. Bludgeon is coming into hand. What are we having here? Oh, that's the arrow. Yeah, that's the one that was actually hit, or that we were hit with at the very start when we are running away from Silver Skalitsa. Armor. Light padded armor. Padded coif. Blade gun or other cutters. We have them, and we have even vambraces apparently. We still keep them from the archery. That's interesting. The vambrace is a piece of armor that protects the combatant's forearm. Apart from protection in melee combat, it also comes in handy in archery to guard the archer's arm against the whip of the bowstring. So, is it actually better than the plate cutters? I'm kind of thinking that it might be. Defense 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 4. 4, 4, 2. Yeah, the embraces are so much better. Let's keep them. And let's equip the helm so that we look completely ridiculous. Which we most definitely right now do. But we are equipped. And will we manage to actually get back to it in time? Well, it's almost 4. So I guess you might miss him today. Right now there's gonna be plenty of frames drop probably. Because of the running and whatever, so sorry for that. It's gonna be a choppy experience. But I'm just trying to basically run as fast as possible to the church and see if maybe I can still make it today. I don't exactly think so, but kinda who knows. Maybe I'm gonna get lucky. Just thinking about it, if I actually could in real life get so quickly unwinded, well, that would be sweet. That would be real sweet. Is it like you? Yes. Did I make it in time?
Here I am. My name is Henry. We're supposed to go on patrol together?
Yeah, I'm kinda thinking I didn't make it. Right, exactly 19. Damn it, that's about a minute or 2.
This isn't a good time, lad. You'll find me tomorrow afternoon by the church, the lower one.
Yeah, didn't manage it today. Well, anyway, I at least picked up everything that I needed to. So right now it's time to go to sleep. And do stuff tomorrow, I guess. And the same is gonna be true for me. As I'm already streaming for 8 hours. And it really seems like that the longer the game goes, the harder it is for the computer to handle. So, also in time, with that regard. And yes, it's 4 AM here, where I am in the Czech Republic, so also kinda looking forward to getting a bit of sleep. And I'm of course gonna be continuing with the gameplay later. Not entirely certain when, maybe even tomorrow on Friday, I'm not sure. Definitely could happen. Over the weekend I will probably be streaming some RTS League. Some Age of Empires, Age of Mythology and whatnot. And where do I actually sleep here, damn it? That's a good question, to be honest. Ah, at the mill! Why am I actually going here? Into the castle. I'm not gonna be sleeping with the High Lords, of course. I need to go back to the mill, to Teresa. And the weird dude that is sleeping in the same room with me. That is kinda unfortunate, but he also got plenty of money, so maybe I will be actually able to pay him now. Let's see if the 70 groschen that we got from the bailiff is gonna be enough. I have 70 groschen, right? Yes, 70. Hopefully there's gonna be a bit of food left at home. Or rather at our new home. Provided Teresa didn't actually forget about her medieval duties. Which is taking care of every male in the household, pretty much. That's how it went back then. Oh, and we actually reached vitality through always running. That's nice. Almost there. What is actually this one? This is something interesting. There's some point of interest. Activity giver. Okay, let's check that. Just now. This is actually some bathhouse or whatever. It looks like that it could be. In which case, the activity giver could be a whore. Can I guess in? Oh yeah, it certainly looks like baths. Hygiene. From the 13th century on, waste was dumped behind the house or buried in pits. Toilets consisted of cesspits topped with a wooden superstructure with a seat or just a board. There were water drainage or other water drainage systems and no lack of freestanding latrines or outhouses or at castles' privies. It was not uncommon for a latrine to be shared between several dwellings. In the inhospitable and badly heated castles, there were sometimes bathrooms with bathtubs or even plunge pools. Swimming was attractive not just as a means of cleansing the body, but also for pleasure. In private houses and bathroom, or rather bathroom was a sign of luxury and high status. This did not mean that wealthier residents washed more often, just that they were more readily able to put on clean clothes. The most common acts of hygiene included hand washing. Even the poorest homes affording a basin with a water pitcher or a suspended water cistern with a faucet. The cleanest people were villagers, who would often wash in the stables or in the river. That's interesting. The church was generally against cleansing the body, and so allowed the priests or monks to bathe only twice a year. Wow! Well, that had to be interesting to go to church then. At Christmas and on the feast day of some chosen patron. In spite of this, there were public baths in each town, where people went not just to get clean, but to socialize. Contrary to today's notions, the people of the time were not very prudish, and men and women shared the bathhouse together. Even the urban poor had the right to visit the baths paid for by the municipality. A story lesson about baths. Hello, girls. Bathhouse proprietor. And Zdena. Let's talk to her. Let's see where this is gonna go. Now, I don't exactly want to use the bath.
What's life like in Rataje?
Life is good here. By God's mercy, the war's passed us by so far. There's nothing but them refugees to disturb the peace.
How do the Rataje folk get on with the refugees?
Don't even talk to me about it. I wish that rabble was gone. I know they've met with misfortune, but here they do nothing but thieve and make problems.
Yeah, that's another quest that I have to deal with. Rather, let's talk to her. Let's see what the trade actually is all about. Amor potion. That sounds interesting. Other people will, or rather will, look up to you. Your charisma is increased by 5 for 10 minutes. That's potentially fun. A lot of things here. Marathon. What is that about? That's a star in there. A skill book on vitality. Alright, so a skill book. And for 32.7, that's actually not that expensive. Huh. It's not bad. Some Savior schnapps. But we don't really need any of this right now. But good to know. Bathmate. Well, let's go home then. We have discovered the baths, and all that remains today, after this long day of training and going around the city, is get to sleep. Hello, Miller. And shall we have something to eat here at home? Yes, we do. Apparently Theresa did cook up. So thank you very much. Let's get dinner. Do we need that? I kinda guess so. Yes, we do. Let's eat up dinner. Hopefully I'm not gonna be eating everything for everybody. Still gonna be something left for Miller, but I don't exactly want to sleep here again. To be woken up by the mumbling Miller in there. Some thinking about going up, but I'm probably not supposed to. Because this is not our trunk. I'm not entirely certain where actually the girl sleeps. Kinda weird. But really sleeping with the miller in there, that wasn't exactly what I would want. All that much. But it's where they actually had me, so I kinda guess. Let's be there. Let's be here. Let's save and sleep up to morning. Yes, up to about here, and that's gonna be it for today then. Alright, playing for quite some time, so I hope that you enjoyed today's stream, even though the quality is definitely not the toppest, and yeah, there were plenty of problems with the drop frames and whatever from what I could have seen. Hopefully it still was kinda enjoyable at least. And well, follow me here on the channel. I'm of course gonna be streaming more. Gonna be wanting to finish all together, of course. And yeah, well, you can also follow me on YouTube with Facebook and Twitter, which are gonna be good places to learn where I'm gonna be streaming next. I should be letting you know a bit sooner that I'm actually coming online. And then on YouTube, of course, I'm gonna be putting this up as some... Well, yet again, he's sleeping here with me. That's so disturbing. So disturbing indeed. I'm gonna be putting this up there as soon as I somehow process it or whatever. And continuing with the story when I get into the next streaming session. I'm gonna be trying to figure out if I can somehow limit the amount of stuttering and whatever. So probably decreasing the quality a bit. So let's see if that's gonna be working next time. But yeah, here we go. Thank you for watching. I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place, and see you later. And good night. Yeah. Good night, everybody.